Allahu Akbar.
Prayers before protest.
Allahu Akbar.
Then came the drums. Hundreds of thousands gathered in Hyde Park, then spilled into Park Lane. A mass of people filling some of London's widest streets for 3 miles as they walked to the US Embassy, crossing Vauxhall Bridge. This, the biggest rally since the Israel-Hamas war began, the most controversial, held on the Day of Remembrance.
Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says the timing of this march is disrespectful on a day of national unity and solemn reflection. But the demonstrators say Armistice Day is the perfect time to call for a ceasefire.
We spoke to people who travelled here from across the country.
Do you have any sympathy with the argument that the Israelis are trying to defend themselves from what happened on October the 7th?
I mean, every human life is important. So I can't differentiate between a Muslim life and a Jewish life. So every life is sacred.
This group from Leeds said they'd raised £30,000 for aid in Gaza, but couldn't get it in.
For most people, they think it's one flashpoint.
Yeah.
It's not. It's something that's been going on. In the West Bank, there is no Hamas. Every single person that you speak to, do you condemn Hamas? Yes, I do condemn Hamas. But I also condemn the Israeli government that are bombing thousands upon thousands of innocent people.
The Home Secretary had described this as a hate march, and it seems that actually encouraged some to come.
What brings you here?
I'm here in defiance of Suella Braverman's statements about this being a hate march, and that I don't believe that it is, and that it's my freedom to protest.
So if Suella Braverman hadn't said that, you wouldn't be here?
Probably not, no.
2,000 police officers were deployed. The ones here protecting War Memorial said they had no problems. But police were made aware of some deeply offensive anti-Semitic signs among the protesters, along with graffiti, and some people wearing the green band of Hamas. And plenty chanted "From the river to the sea," which many interpret as the destruction of Israel.
Palestine will be free.
This chant that's being chanted right now, do you think that's anti-Semitic? The chant about "from the river to the sea." Do you think that's...
From the river to the sea, I suppose a lot of people who are saying this, perhaps they don't know the idea behind it.
This Bradford man wanted to make his feelings clear. Organisers agreed the demonstration would not go through Whitehall, but some counter-protesters who claimed to be protecting the cenotaph seemed to have veered towards the demonstration and were kept away by police.
There's not much police presence on the march, but this is just 1 block away, and you can see that they're holding some counter-protesters on either side of the street in pockets, just keeping them away from the protest.
Here, officers on the ground told us around 80 people were arrested.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more.
There were pro-Palestinian demonstrations too, in Leeds.
Free Palestine.
And in Edinburgh.
Occupation no more. Free Palestine.
Those who could came to London. Protesters say the Palestinian people don't have a voice. But today, on the streets of the capital, they could be heard loud and clear.
Free Palestine.
Jason Farrell, Sky News.